Dear viewers, welcome to the Noursat satellite channel and Lumiere TV. Now let's start with the headlines. Pope Francis, the Rosary is a powerful weapon against evil. His Majesty King Abdullah II affirmed that there is no state after Palestine that supports and stands by the Palestinian people more than Jordan. Jordanians commemorate the 75th anniversary of their Independence Day. The Council of Churches in Jordan calls for an end to the attacks on the Palestinians. We also have the church bells in the kingdom are in solidarity with the people of the Holy Land. Welcome back. On the occasion of the 31st anniversary of the founding of Lumiere Station, the 20th anniversary of the founding of the Noursat satellite station, and the anniversary of the launch of its satellite group, and coinciding with the celebrations of Pentecost and the 9th anniversary of the consecration of Lebanon and the East to the Pure Heart of Mary, Noursat Satellite Office in the Holy Land, Jordan and Palestine, represented by its regional director, Dr. Bassem Al-Sam'an and the team, offer their sincere congratulations, asking God Almighty that this memory reoccur with peace has been achieved throughout the Arab countries and the world as whole, and the agony has been removed from all humanity due to the spread of the corona epidemic. We also wish all teams in these channels continuous progress and success. We would like to point out on this happy occasion that Noursat's office in Jordan has not hesitated over the past years to attend and participate in most of the activities and to cover most of the national, ecclesiastical, pastoral and social events, as it has always remained present with its technical staff to carry out the responsibilities entrusted to them with dedication and sincerity. Within the framework of his weekly Christian teaching, and as he habitually does every week, His Holiness Pope Francis welcomed the faithful coming from all over the world in St. Peter's Square in the Vatican. His Holiness stressed on the importance of focusing in our prayers and that all moments of our lives are precious and must not be wasted. His Holiness pointed out that the Rosary is a powerful weapon against evil and an effective way to obtain true peace in our hearts. He added,
Most Holy Father, the English-speaking faithful wish to express to you their sentiments of respect and esteem and to assure you of their prayers for your ministry as the successor of Peter. At the end of the audience, we will sing together the Our Father in Latin. The Holy Father will then impart his apostolic blessing, which he willingly extends to all children and young people, the elderly and the sick. His Holiness also intends to bless any religious articles you may have brought for this purpose. The following is a summary of the Holy Father's words this morning. Dear brothers and sisters, in our continuing catechesis on Christian prayer, we now consider some common difficulties we encounter in our practice of prayer. The first is distraction. Prayer, like study and work, demands concentration and mental discipline. This calls for our cultivation of the virtue of vigilance, by which we focus our lives on doing the Lord's will daily in expectation of his return. A second difficulty is the experience of spiritual aridity, moments of dryness, when our hearts, as the Catechism teaches, have no taste for thoughts, memories, and feelings, even spiritual ones. The spiritual masters acknowledge that the life of faith involves times of consolation, but also of desolation, when we share in the Lord's sufferings. A third difficulty is acedia, or sloth, a form of spiritual fatigue that leads to the deadly temptation to abandon prayer altogether. The saints faced these same difficulties in their prayer, and they teach us that true progress in the spiritual life comes about through daily perseverance, like that of Job, who remained constant even amid his many afflictions. As we strive to grow in our own life of prayer, let us ask for the grace of perseverance, confident that our loving Father will grant us, through the Son and in the Spirit, all that we need to draw us ever closer to him. The Holy Father will now greet the English-speaking faithful in Italian.
Saluto cordialmente i fedeli di lingua inglese. Mentre ci prepariamo a celebrare la solennità di Pentecoste, invoco su voi e sulle vostre famiglie i doni dello Spirito Santo. Dio vi benedica.
I cordially greet the English-speaking pilgrims and visitors. As we prepare to celebrate the Feast of Pentecost, I invoke upon you and your families the gift of the Holy Spirit. May God bless you.
His Holiness Pope Francis sent a humanitarian plea in light of what is happening in the Holy Land, especially in Gaza, in terms of the conflict with weapons, violence, and death. His Holiness said that we must open up to dialogue immediately, calling for the cessation of all weapons actions based on hatred and the spirit of revenge. His Holiness made it clear that peace, respect, and dialogue alone will lead to the solution we want in the Holy Land, so that all can be builders of peace and justice that ultimately lead to coexistence. And Pope Francis previously called on the conflicting parties to search for solutions in order to respect the multicultural identity of the Holy City. His Majesty King Abdullah II affirmed that there is no state after Palestine that supports and stands by the Palestinian people more than Jordan. His Majesty, during his meeting with the Speaker of Parliament and a number of committee heads, referred to Jordan's continuous efforts to provide the Palestinian brothers with what they need on the medical and relief levels, and to enhance the capabilities of the Jordanian Field Hospital in Gaza and Al-Maqasid Charitable Hospital in Jerusalem, as well as all treatment stations in the West Bank. In turn, Speaker of Parliament Abdel Mun'im Al-Audat affirmed that there is an Arab and international consensus on the Hashemite guardianship over Islamic and Christian holy sites in Jerusalem, which is an affirmation of Jordan's active role in the leadership of His Majesty in protecting the sanctity of the sites. In the same context, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriate Affairs, Ayman Safadi, affirmed that the issue of Jerusalem and the Islamic and Christian holy sites is a top priority for Jordan, and that His Majesty the King is the custodian of these sanctities, as he employs all the state's capabilities in order to preserve the historical and legal status existing in the Holy City, and also preserving the Arab, Islamic, and Christian identities in it. Next Tuesday will coincide with the 75th anniversary of the independence of the kingdom, as Jordanians remember this occasion that laid the foundations of the modern Jordanian state through a march full of hard work and struggle for the Jordanian people and its Hashemite leadership. And in this precious memory, Noursat TV in Jordan, represented by its regional director in the Holy Land, Dr. Basim Al-Sam'an, and the team, present their sincere congratulations to His Majesty King Abdullah II and his Crown Prince Al-Hussein and the whole Jordanian family, praying to God to perpetuate the blessing of security, peace, and stability in our country, and to spare humanity as a whole this epidemic resulting from the spread of the coronavirus. Concerning the attacks that the Holy City is being exposed to by the occupation forces, the Council of Church Heads in Jordan appealed to the entire Christian world, the international community, and all those of clear conscience to intervene in order to stop these attacks on citizens in East Jerusalem. The Council expressed its support to His Majesty King Abdullah II ibn al-Hussein, the holder of the Hashemite guardianship over Islamic and Christian holy sites in Jerusalem, for all his steadfast and honorable stances in victory for truth, justice, and peace in Palestine, especially the city of Jerusalem, which the Hashemites have exerted all that is precious in order to preserve its authentic identity, to remain a land of love, convergence, and peace to all heavenly religions' believers. The Council of Churches in Jordan congratulated His Excellency Bishop Hussam Naoum, the new Archbishop of the Angelical Episcopal Church in Jerusalem, on the occasion of assuming the episcopal presidency and receiving the stick of care in the Holy City. This came in a meeting that brought together presidents and representatives of churches in Jordan in the Archdiocese of the Roman Orthodox in Amman, where His Excellency Bishop Christophoros Atallah, Archbishop of Jordan for the Greek Orthodox, expressed in a welcoming speech his great joy for the assumption of the new position of Bishop Hussam Naoum. For his part, the new bishop expressed his sincere gratitude for the good reception, affirming that the church is like the one body of the believer. We must all cooperate in the service of the believers and to maintain the Christian presence in our Holy Land.
The divine providence is the reason you reach this stage, in order for all of us together, as one body, to be able to face all the difficulties that we are going through. And through our unity, that reaffirms and builds the Christian existence, we would be able to fulfill our spiritual message that gives hope to our holy lands and our children and our people on one hand. And on the other hand, it reaffirms and proves our Christian existence, which is crucial in our holy land, as His Majesty King Abdullah II always reassures and reaffirms the Christian existence in Jordan and all the Holy Lands. So all of this is what gives us this responsibility in order for us who are gathered around His leadership, all of us together as churches, in order for us to fulfill our duty in this stage. I would like to reconfirm on what you said, how important it is under the wise Hashemite leadership of His Majesty King Abdullah II, as we are really lucky in Jerusalem to have this guardianship over the Christian and Muslim holy sites. This gives us safety, not only political safety, but spiritual stability and religious stability, to know that someone has got our back. So we thank the Lord for the love of Jordan and the love of the Hashemite family, as well as for the love of our brothers, the heads of churches, and their representatives in Jordan. Jordan, once again, we say is one body. So our love to His Excellency Theophilus, His Excellency Pierre Batista, the patriarchs, and the church's heads. We all work in one body and serve together for the sake of Christian presence. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for this reception. For me and my fellow priests, we experience nothing but love that shows our unity and proves that we have one message, the message of love and peace to all people.
In addition, a Thanksgiving Mass and a reception was held at the Redeemer Arab Evangelical Church in Jabal Amman, attended by a number of church leaders, parish priests, and a group of friends.
Christ has risen, indeed He has, and we are witnesses of that. I am very happy today to be in the beloved Jordan, to be between my family and loved ones, whom I cherish, and their continuous love and support to me. Anyone that comes to Jordan, as I said this morning, they start breathing with 2 lungs instead of 1. Jerusalem and Amman are 2 lungs for one body. I am so happy that I was able to come after being away for more than a year because of the pandemic, in order for us to be with our parishes and establishments. And this visit, which is my first after the inauguration last Thursday, on the Feast of the Ascension according to the Western calendar, and the inauguration was modestly celebrated somehow because of the political circumstances, in addition, the corona pandemic. At the same time, I came today directly after the inauguration in order for me to be between my family. And this morning, we visited His Excellency, Bishop Christophorus, at the Roman Orthodox Patriarchate, alongside the heads of churches and the church's representatives in our beloved Jordan. And today evening, we held a Thanksgiving Mass in the occasion of the inauguration and my first pastoral visit. And hopefully in the near future, I will come in an official visit to meet with His Majesty the King and the officials in the kingdom, in order for us to be blessed by His Holy Land and bring the blessings of Jerusalem with us. And once again, I would like to express the gratitude for the Hashemite leadership over the Islamic and Christian sanctities and the support of His Majesty King Abdullah II. May God protect him, to the Christian presence, not only in Jordan, as we all know that. His Majesty defends all religions, not only in Jordan, but in all of the wounded East. Once again, from Jerusalem, a heartfelt greeting to Amman. Christ has risen. Indeed, He has. May the Lord bless you and be with you.
Church bells rang in the various governorates of the kingdom in solidarity with the people of the Holy Land, as prayers were raised to God to protect the people of Palestine from all evil, and may He would have mercy on all the martyrs and grant the grace of healing to all the wounded and injured. As the prayer was raised for the sake of His Majesty King Abdullah II, the Hashemite guardian of Islamic and Christian, so may God Almighty bless his efforts in order to achieve a just peace in the Holy Land, and may God grant him grace, wisdom, and good advice for the well-being of the nation. The Minister of State for Media Affairs, Sakhiruddin, affirmed that the vigils carried out by Jordanians in the capital Amman and the Jordanian governorates express their firm and supportive stance for the Palestinian brothers, despite the delicate conditions that we are going through, pointing out that Jordanians are all united behind their rational leadership, which is carried on by the Hashemite leadership that carries out the historical custodianship over the Islamic and Christian holy sites in Jerusalem. The well of the Virgin in Beit Sahur in the Holy Land has acquired a special significance because of the miracles that accompanied it over time. The appearances of our Virgin Mother in the same place and her healing for many sick people, in gratitude and appreciation to the Shepherd's Lady, the people of Beit Sahur city restored the Wells Church and expanded it in order to accommodate a greater number of believers. More details about this well in this report prepared to us by our representative in the Holy Land, Marlene Hadwe.
The Holy Land and its surroundings have an exalted holiness in the world. And from this holy place, in the city of Rawat, is the well known as the Well of the Virgin, the Well of the Lady, which is located in Beit Sahur city center, the city that occupies a central place in the lives of its residents. In this holy place, our Mother, the Virgin Mary, appeared many times, and in these appearances, our Mother Mary presents to us important message and a clear signal in order to preserve and respect the holy places, so the appearances were meant for all parishes and religions. As Father Saba Khair, the priest of the Greek Orthodox parish in Beit Sahur, tell us the story behind naming this place the Well of the Lady.
In regards to the well of Our Lady, this well was at the time of the Romans a Roman well. This well is in Beit Sahur. The people of Beit Sahur used to drink from this well, at least the people from this area. The shepherds used to come to drink from this well. They and their livestock and sheep used to come to drink from this well. Even the shepherds who preached the coming of Christ, they and their sheep were coming to drink from it. This well was at the time of the Romans, after the birth of the Lord Christ, when King Herod came and wanted to kill the children, so that he would know where Jesus is and kill him. But the angel of the Lord came to Joseph and said to him, "Joseph, get up and take the boy and his mother and flee to Egypt." They passed by this road and came to the well, and the Virgin Mary and the baby drank from it and went to Egypt. Since that time till now, people live off this well, and when the Virgin Mary drank from this well, miracles started to happen. It has been said that a woman came to drink from this well. Then the Virgin appeared to her, and she did not know that she was the Virgin. So she asked of her and said to her, "Can you give me water to drink?" The woman said to her, "I can't, I am in a hurry." So the Virgin ordered for the water to come out and fill the well. And the Virgin drank from this well. And from that time the well of the Virgin was not diminished at all, and the water comes out of the earth, and people drink from it until now. And all those who visited this holy place used to take and drink from this well. This well was accomplished, managed and repaired as one of the prominent personnel in Beit Sahur, may God rest his soul, Nicola Abu Atiyah, the mayor of Beit Sahur then, undertook the restoration work of this well and built a modest church for all. Orthodox Greek Catholics and Latin communities who used to come to pray in this church, so people came in a large number. So we worked for all the parishes to come and pray in this church on a weekly basis, and 3 masses have been taking place here each week. So the municipality also worked with different sectors in Beit Sahur to expand this place a little so that it becomes bigger. Indeed, it has become bigger, like what everyone sees, and people come and pray in the church. Virgin Mary used to appear a lot on this shrine, one time before about 35 to 40 years ago. This is during my time as a priest, and on the day of the Feast of the Virgin, fathers and grandfathers came to church to pray and light candles in front of the Virgin Mary. All of a sudden, the image of the icon of the Virgin Mary appeared on the face of the water, appearing like a statue on the face of the water in her white robe. People came and saw her, and I came and saw her as well. I went inside the well, and on the rock a picture was engraved, as she appeared on the face of the water, just like the statue of the Virgin who is carrying the child, with Joseph when they fled to Egypt. It was visible on the rock, the image of the escape of the Virgin Mary, Joseph, and the child, and people from all over the world came and watched this great event. Until now, the well of Our Lady is sacred, and they come from all parts of the world to visit this place. We thank God that the well is still here, and all drink from it, and tourists come to us in this place and see that it is indeed a miracle in the world, and that this is the first church in the world in which 3 sects gathered, which indicates the union of Christianity in Beit Sahur, Orthodox, Greek Catholics, and Latins that come and pray in this church, because this church is for all churches in Beit Sahur. Believing in Mary, the Virgin Mary. Many people do. Not only Christians, Muslims and Christians believe that the Virgin Mary is the mother of Jesus Christ. So they come when they have a problem or sickness, and they come to light a candle for their children, and believe that the Virgin Mary heals their children from illness, and their prayers are warm and faithful, and their prayer is accepted, and with the will of God, their illness healed.
Through her appearances, she guides the word, invites them to pray and to have faith. She tells the whole world that I am with you in these difficulties and hardships that surround you. The well of the Virgin has become the place that represents the pulse of the spiritual life in the city, as this place gathers all believers from different parishes to pray as a one unity. The Virgin Mary is the mother of the Church, who will remain a torch of light for the world.
The Organization of Islamic Cooperation appreciated Jordan's efforts in defending the Holy City and supporting the steadfastness of its people. The organization emphasized the importance of the historic Hashemite custody over the Islamic and Christian holy sites in Jerusalem, and its role in protecting these sanctities and the legal and historical status existing in it, stressing that administration of the Jordanian endowments for Jerusalem is the only entity that is authorized to administer and protect the Islamic and Christian holy sites in the Holy City. A large ceremony was held in the Holy Land, during which 12 new deacons were ordained in the Church of the Monastery of the Savior in Jerusalem. The celebration included a divine liturgy presided over by His Beatitude Pier Battista Bezzabella, Patriarch of Jerusalem for the Latins, with the participation of a number of priests. In his sermon, he said that you add another dimension to your vows. For by attaining the first degree of priesthood, you are called to embrace that love that revitalized the heart of Christ during His earthly life, and to be the visible face of His love between mankind and in the Church. Now, our viewers, we have come to the end of our news, and those were the headlines. Pope Francis, the Rosary is a powerful weapon against evil. His Majesty King Abdullah II affirmed that there is no state after Palestine that supports and stands by the Palestinian people more than Jordan. Jordanians commemorate the 75th anniversary of their Independence Day. The Council of Churches in Jordan calls for an end to the attacks on the Palestinians. The church bells in the kingdom are in solidarity with the people of the Holy Land. Thank you for watching. Until we meet again, have a good day.